If you're like me and you've just had a bit of a move and your tape equipment has been sort of somewhere it's been cold or damp, or well, it really shouldn't be damp. In actual fact, it's exactly the same with this. So all three of these bits of equipment have actually been in some form of storage. Quite often actually, especially with this model, it will tell you. So it will say moisture inside or condensation, etc., beep beep, shut down. Unfortunately, with older tape electronics, you don't have that available to you. If you are bringing it out of storage, is to just let it sit in the room. So I wouldn't even get it out of the box or the bag. Same thing as in here. You just take it in and you pop it down. And I would let it sit for about 24 hours. Preferably 48 hours. No. Bub, you can't have these mini trees. Cats and dogs have taught you anything. Nope. Have a tag. There's lots of different reasons why you should do this, but the main reason is moisture. So if something's cold and you bring it in, it's the same thing that happens with a car. Moisture can build up on the, look, you can actually see that this one has, we'll have to double check that, but look, you can kind of see it's warbled. Now that's not moisture, that's actually just, I think I remember this from this tape, it's actually just a bad, even though it's a reference cassette, I remember this one just not being tied, and then basically the way you fix it is you just tighten it as an The batteries are really low on this, so I don't think it's going to work for. You just leave it. You let it acclimatize. It's just condensation inside the electronics. So you're preventing two things, really. You're preventing moisture from condensating inside the machine, which can damage the electronics. But the other thing you're also doing is you're just giving time for anything plastic just to expand. Same with metal, really. But, you know, it's mainly plastic. Anything plastic shrinks and expands quite, you know, reliably when it experiences a heat differential. The thing as well is the belts in these machines as well. They can, you know, they expand and contract and they need to be lubricated and, you know. But ideally, you don't want to be storing these things in anywhere that's cold and damp. Grubby. Take a look at that good old warranty. Now look at that. Look at that. Specific decay times here. That's for the Multiverb LTX. Slapback delay. Gated reverb. This is our original reference manual here for the Multiverb. But where's the Fostex one? It's not that. Huh. Abrasion prevention. You want to come in? I know. Can't chill on that, bub. Look, if you want the closest thing to a cat. Get in. Do you want to see? Random cut from a Vice mag. Not too sure about that. You just busted in. Interesting diagram I drew. You want to figure that one out? Now this I do remember. Not sure. Maybe I just use this to store. It's a nice case. So I think I just use it to store stuff that I find precious. It wasn't in there. I remember I actually put this in like a manual folder, which I lost in the move. So here you go. Here's the Fostex. Okay. Thinking about it. Yeah. You won it. You did win it. Okay. So we actually have the manual now. Right. Absolutely adore them. And they're so well detailed. I mean, look at that. That is a block diagram as well. With like all the specific routing options. Special applications. Look. Yeah, I know. I'd get out by now, shouldn't I? Give me a minute. That's a great routine maintenance for just any tape machine though. And look at this. Rocks and boulders to your sense of mogo. Right, so there we are. I did have two. One was as a backup. And I got it for a really good steal. So this wasn't in the best nick when I got it. It's dusty. It needs a bit of a clean. Not bad. Still looks beautiful, I remember it. Okay. Nothing else in there? Fostex. That's handy, isn't it? Trying to get one of those like YouTube like smooth pan shots. He's just ruining it every time. You don't want to be the center of attention. I usually like pictures being taken of you, which is interesting. Taking nearly every single one out. Nearly every single one out, look. He's happy because what does he have? Another one. You're absolutely joking. How many do we have? I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but they're too spiky. Bribe. Let's save that one. So, we're going to plug it in and hope for the best. It's acclimatized, it's happy. The bands shouldn't be too broken. This is the thing, these machines are really hardy. It shall be fine. Okay, so yeah, it's positive 12 volt, 900 milliamp. So it is a weird power supply. Yeah, look, that's looks sophisticated. That was actually there before, promise. And in preparation, we've got this SA100 because interestingly, the Fostex, the X28-h, it's high speed. So it uses the cassette at a much higher speed to get, you know, high frequency response and a much better quality. But you shouldn't use these. That's what I'm trying to say. The SA100, the tape is really long and it can warble, it can cause increased while and flutter, it can do all sorts. Tape was just not really for production purposes and not meant to be that long for this cassette. It's great for testing, but realistically, type 2 always with the Fostex, but 90 or lower. 60 if you can get it. Yeah, just means it's not having to pull as much through. Right, plugged in. Moment of truth. Well, that's not great. I can't see the display, is it? There we are, lovely. I want to just give that a quick wipe with isopropyl, which is here, and I did do earlier, I promise. Definitely did it, definitely. Got to find your inputs now. But the problem it could be It's actually on the reverse. It's on the thing. Well, the mechanism sounds healthy. Thought that was rust, it's actually plastic, which is always good. Ah! Okay. It's because, yeah, okay, so it's because it swapped over from the other side, so we found it. It's on track 1 and 2, and I had input 1 and 2 on. Right, so it's easy. Yeah, and I mean, that sounds exactly like how I recorded it as well. So, it's near instant. So yeah, so this is something I made a little while ago. So I need to draw from it. But yeah, she's good. She's really, really good. What about... I know there's other tracks. That is one of the only benefits of using a 100, is you can fit a lot of demos on there. There we are. Okay. So here's some ambient stuff I was mentioning before. It's probably clipping for you. Or actually, you can, that's 3 separate individual mono tracks. Huh. Not sure what's on there. My jog wheel has always been really tight, which I don't really know whether it's a good thing or not. And you can hear the motor drop. It sort of settled into that slow speed. Speed up. You hear that noise there? That is because the capstan is always active. It's always active and it's spinning to maintain even tape speed. And that is actually why, to be fair, when you press play, it's nearly immediate. I mean, the stop is, you know, it's... I mean, that's nearly immediate. The moment you put that tape in, it's an incredible mechanism. See, it's a little lever. It's ready. So your machine works. Well done. It has survived a damp storm. And I would just like to make the point that tape is super resilient. I mean, there's a reason why, you know, all these cassettes here are pretty much all still playable. And that's why you're able to buy, you know, new old stock like this. And it works. So yeah, when you bring it in from being out in the cold, just let it sit. Then you'll be ready to go. And you know that you're not going to have as many issues down the line. But for now, I will love you and leave you.